we are here again for another episode of 30 for 30. Yes, we are not in the arena, but we still have our friend Stormborn. Last two episodes. So, quarantine, at least in Ireland, but I also heard it as well in Switzerland, Germany, and Italy, and probably also other parts of Europe. It's nearly over. So, yay! We won't be able to just go out and about for leisure and things, but we can start getting ready for that. So, what's best on getting ready to go out than seeing how our horses go in the trailer? Stormborn, that's the interesting thing. Stormborn, which is looking at the trailer right there, was in the trailer and in the camera. Was in the trailer only, I think, like a couple of times as a foal, and then one time when the breeder took him over, and this was a year ago. Yeah, rock on. You're 1 year with us. So he was a year and a half old. The breeder told me that he hated it. He hated going in the trailer, and it was very difficult for him to go in. Now, I haven't practiced any trailer loading, and I just opened the trailer and I just saw that Stormborn look at it a little bit concerned. But I also trust a little bit what we have done in the last 30 days and what I've done with him before the 30 days, which it wasn't a lot. So hopefully this is gonna pay off in our session of trailer loading. Now, I wanted to just make a little statement about it, because I have sometimes people calling me and asking me for trailer loading. Trailer loading, it's not a big thing. It's not a big deal unless you make it of a big deal. If you make it just of an exercise that you, I just have to move his feet a little bit. If you make it just of an exercise like the others, your horse won't start thinking what you're thinking of. Oh my God, here's the time now, we're going in the trailer and it's gonna be horrible and we're all gonna have this tension coming up. No, do not prepare your horse for a show in the arena for 6 months, 3 months or whatever, and come on the morning of the show wanting to put him in the trailer. Have your car hook up to the trailer for a week or two before. It depends how your horse is with that, how you are with that, and practice that as your horse show. It's gonna be part of your horse show. So today, I'm not going anywhere because I'm still in quarantine. I'm not planning to take Stormborn in any horse show anytime soon. I think that in Ireland they're actually cancelled. But what if I want to go to take him for a walk at the hill nearby? So there are two different ways about taking horses in the trailers. None of the two, I would say, that is my favorite one. It all depends which horse I'm dealing with. Some horses are a lot better at being driven in the trailer, so you stay on the side of the trailer and start them off by just sending them in the trailer like you would send them in a circle. And some other horses, but instead of in a circle, they're going on a straight line. And some other horses, they're better at being led. Maybe with a young horse like him, just because I'm practicing and showing him what's the ramp of the trailer, what's inside. He's a baby, so he's still hooked on a lot to the person in front of him or to whatever there is in front of him. So because he's following me a little bit like maybe his mom, I don't know, or something that he wants to follow in his mother nature, I would probably start today by leading him in the trailer. But if you start by leading a horse in the trailer and that does not work, do not grab your horse and pull and pull and pull. There is a great guy, I think his name is Brett Kidding. He does a lot of a lot of fun stuff about trailer loading, and he is there with those horses and he pulls them and he's making fun of trainers or people that do that. So don't pull your horse in the trailer, because this is the size of my arm and this is the size of Stormboard's neck, and he's 2.5. You know, if he wants to pull backwards, he's gonna pull himself and myself outside of the trailer. So if they are not good at leading, drive them in. Now he's making a big circus here. He thinks that it's always all about you, isn't it? Come on, get back with that foot. I saw you took the step forward. Ooh. So I'll start on by leading him in the trailer, and I will just see what the horse says in that moment. I'm gonna walk up to the trailer pretty confident. I'm not gonna walk up to the trailer like, come here, little horse, and feeling like all unsure. Be sure of where you're going. You know, you're going in the trailer yourself, so you have no problem at trailer load yourself. So think about that your horse is gonna trailer load himself like you're trying to trailer load yourself. When we're riding, we say ride their legs, their feet, like they are your own legs. Well, it's the same thing with the trailer. Have him coming in the trailer like you are going in the trailer yourself. So first of all, I'm going to turn him around. In the US, they have those really nice, huge trailers. So the horses have a lot of space in those trailers to see and go through it. And here in Europe, we're stuck with these bloody things, 2-horse trailer, narrow, and that makes horses feel very cooped up. We were lucky enough that we have 2 trailers, a very old one that I usually don't use for trailer loading exercises because it's very old, and this one, which is nothing fancy, but it's very solid, and it's an I4 wheel. It's just an I4 William. I think it's 505, and those doors, the partitions in between, it swings open, so it makes the entrance slightly bigger. On top of it, there is a ramp on the outside, so if my horse can see through this trailer, it's gonna make his life a little bit easier. Sometimes you're stuck with trailers that are not like that, but we liked to choose a trailer like this one, so it would help the practice of the trailer loading. So we basically use the trailer like a bridge from going from point 1 to point 2. So I'm gonna walk up myself. I have a pretty good feeling about how my horse feels. Okay, never mind, the horse trailer loading was not a problem. So it's missing a little bit. I just made sure before I walked up to the trailer that my horse was straight. Gonna give him a good piece and release in here. I pat him, and he can hang out here. If he wants to go out, there is a door that goes to the outside. If he doesn't want to, he's cool to be in here. This horse hasn't been in a trailer in a year, and they told me that trailer loading was a problem. So this is the product of the horsemanship. For those that thinks that the horsemanship takes, no.
You don't want to put?
No. It's okay, buddy. For those that thinks that this horsemanship takes too much and it's too long to get an improvement, well, that's how long it took for Stormboard to get an improvement. 30 days of groundwork, and not even speaking about trailer loading. That's all. So I'm going to take him out a little bit here. He's actually getting... He just came to nip me, that's why I sent him back. I take him out. Turn around. Maybe I go back and forth a couple of times. So just gets used to going in the trailer. It's not just a one time only. Good. I go back inside again. Maybe I stop him halfway. Focus. forward a couple of steps. Don't lose his nose. Don't let them like wander too much plans, like losing their nose down and sniffing at stuff, and let them keep them thinking. It's not easy, but keep them thinking about what you're doing. So maybe here he can go back a couple of steps. Good. I don't want them to rush in the trailer or rush out of the trailer. Good. Good enough. He can come out. I move myself on the side here, because it can happen that some horses, as they're going outside, they kind of like run a little bit. So it's safer if you are on the side here. Plus, it makes you already prepared for the next step, which will be to drive your horse in the trailer. So here I'm not really working on him to go in the trailer, but if he wants, cool. Good, but that's the wrong ramp to get in, so that's fine. Good. And I'd say that for today, that's enough. Tomorrow my work will be on driving him in the trailer, so I'll be ready for both things. Besides, I'm going to anticipate a little bit. Did you see that Jack was almost closing the door behind me? If you have your horses that are good to go in the trailer, only if you lead them, then you're kind of stuck on depending on a second person that closed the door behind you. Whether if you can send your horse in the trailer and you can stay outside, then of course here in front will be closed, but behind you can close the door behind them, and then you can come inside, tie them up, and do what you have to do, and finish your work and take off to your horse show or wherever you're going. But for today, for me, honestly, it's fine. I wasn't even expecting him to go in the trailer the way he did. I wasn't expecting him to do anything like acting up, like people call it, or to kind of like refuse a lot. But I was expecting a little bit more him to have some thoughts before just going in, but good, that's great. I'm not going to complain. He just went in. Fantastic. So thank you very much for today, and I'll see you tomorrow with the second part of getting your horse into the trailer.